I invite on stage Martin van Winkel, Head of Business Development at Boot Medical. Please join me. You can sit here if you want. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm fine. So long and fine. It's all about impact. We will talk about Boot Medical, who you represent here. Just a little bit of. I will start by the most obvious question, and we will start and we will exchange after with facts and figures about what you're doing. But how and why Boot Medical is a startup, is a deep tech startup?
Well, Boot Medical started in 2019, coming straight out of the lab, basically, of the Department of Biomedical Engineering, where actually in the course of a PhD, a new biopolymer was developed. And then creative minds started thinking, okay, what could we potentially do with this new biopolymer? And quickly we got to the dental industry, where there's a lot of plastic being used currently for dental appliances, whether it's teeth alignment, teeth retainment, etc. And that's basically how the startup was founded, coming straight out of the lab, doing a PhD.
With two scientists, which are still working in Boot Medical.
Yeah, indeed. Well, the bot, it actually refers to Bekim Osmani and Tino Tupper, which are the co-founders of Boot Medical.
You started in 2019, you said it. How much are you today in the society?
Today, so like a little bit over 2 years, we're 11 people.
11 people, so it's a fast development.
It's fast development, but it's also, I would say, necessary, and we are definitely also at a pivotal point right now. So we've started with doing a lot of R&D in the first years of the startup, but now we really discovered the unique potential also, and we needed to do a shift in the business, which also requires us to onboard people outside of R&D, and that's when the team started rapidly growing also.
Yeah. We'll talk about this shift in a moment. Just tell us in a few simple words what you're doing at Boot Medical, oral care, and the way you will change it if everything goes well.
So basically, we all know like these dental appliances for teeth alignment, right? But what our material does is you can reload it with, for instance, an antibacterial solution, which basically allows you also to use the appliance for improving your oral care, your oral hygiene. It's the world's first invisible brace that is able to do this. And basically, we have two big use cases. One is just, I would say, the general population. Everybody can have an improved oral hygiene. We surveyed a few dentists, asking them, like, could you rate like the average oral hygiene of your patients? And I think we got around a 5.2 out of 10, which is really low.
Out of 10, so it's not a good score
it's not too good. So basically, that's one use case, and the other is actually also for people who are already using one of these invisible braces. Or, and this is one of my I would say personal favorites that we're looking into right now. For instance, people who suffer from facial cancer. They need severe radiotherapy. The teeth become really sensitive. Basically, it's impossible to brush, sometimes even eat food. And our appliance could be used as like a very like non-invasive, non-abrasive way of providing oral hygiene directly on the teeth, because that's what the appliance does.
Have you thought at the beginning that it could be useful for cancer patients as it came along?
No, it's really something we discovered just by talking to a lot of dentists, a lot of patients using already the product. It's really a very slow discovery that you only get by just talking to people in the industry, talking to potential users, setting up personas also. That's a really important step that we did 3-4 months ago, is just really thinking, okay, like who's our ideal consumer? Like who's our ideal customer, patient? Who are we looking for? Yeah.
And you are experiencing a shift. You were telling a shift in the. You're getting global, if we can use this term.
Yeah, because I mean we started off very much as like a material tech company, which we in essence still are. We're still very much a tech company. But if we want to sell this product to the general public, basically, that's not something that a lot of medical technology companies do. It's also about building a brand. depending on country to country and the regulatory aspects, yeah, you either can sell direct to consumer or via a dentist.
And which way have you chosen?
Well, I think at first we want to focus on direct to consumer and then slowly onboard countries where the regulatory is different. But we're actually going now from a material tech company to an e-commerce startup. We're still doing a lot of R&D as well. We still want to look at, okay, how can the product be better? How can we add functionalities? But in essence, we're really developing into a consumer brand, which requires a whole lot of other
so you will sell online what you're doing, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So one foot in the market, another in the research still. Yeah. Since you have, you shouldn't explain this. You will tell us way better than I do. But you will gamify the devices.
Yeah, one of the use cases also is for people who snore, and basically a lot of the functionalities we have can improve sleep. And one is adding sensors to the invisible brace, and basically just play a game with your tongue, and then through an app on your phone. Before sleeping, obviously. Indeed. Really training your tongue with a game on your cell phone, pushing on the actual invisible brace, because research also showed that improved tongue muscles actually help against sleep apnea, snoring, etc., trying to save marriages all across the world.
And this idea comes from research going on in your society still?
Yeah, and that's still a research project that we have going on now. Together with the support of Suisse, which is the federal agency for innovation in Switzerland, we are actually, it's always fun because the way these projects work, it's always an implementation partner together with a research department. So we were a research group spun off as a startup. Now we're the implementation partner, and we're actually working together with an R&D partner at the university to join forces on this R&D project. Yeah.
If everything goes well, where will you be in like 10 years?
10 years.
Perhaps it's a long shift of time.
Well, the plan that we have is for 5 years now, where we want to have at least 1 million people using our product worldwide. And I would say if the mindset shift that we want to accomplish works, I think where we want to be in 10 years is that wearing an invisible brace becomes an integral part of your daily oral care routine. And we take the invisible brace out of it being seen as a very clinical product, but also just a way to do much better oral hygiene. Yeah.
Thank you, Martin. Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you to you all for listening to us. You can join the audience, leave the stage. I would just like to thank, I don't know if she's in the room, but Giovanna for making it possible. Thank you to you. You have listened to us till the end.